First item on the agenda was, looking at the apartment. Your discussion on, that we do not do, call it our vote here. Like, the vote here.
Is that in regards to the zoning or what?
Well, I think that the people in the community need to know what's going on in the truck drivers over there. I feel like they need to know something as well. We can make a big decision like that because I'm talking about issues. I think, and I hope we don't do it. I hope that, we don't pay. We got a lot of truck drivers that we promote here, really out there for truck drivers to stay here. And family and stuff, and they're gonna be a big change. We're gonna see truck drivers falling this year, but we don't know what's going right now. We can make that place safe for them. And I appreciate y'all for putting the lights out there. Sometimes money and everything, sometimes how people, you gotta take care of people. Because we got family too. Yeah.
When would you want to set the public hearing for? Use a date.
Next meeting, won't you?
Is it,
What's wrong?
what date next?
We gotta, when we get into the regular session, we gotta have a motion and all that, so. We can, set the date at that time and time. Okay. The next item on there that, came up, and this is addressing the paving of dirt roads. I think that was before. I do have maps here. I think we may have looked at this once before, but I'll pass these out so everybody can see exactly what we're looking at. And if I'm not mistaken, there are 4 streets on here, Mike.
Yes.
Bernard Street, Hughes Avenue, Florida Street, and Hibbert Drive. And the issue before the council at this point is to see if the council concurs with those recommendations. Basically, if we do, then that will allow the city southeast to do some preliminary work, but we're not actually committed to it until we get down to the point of approving the capital improvement budget.
So is this for a grant application? Is that what
No.
we're talking about?
This would actually be the paving project.
And we wouldn't be able to do nothing else. We'd be able to resurface the road and we can do.
Michael, where that street was sinking, Michael, you know where that street was sinking? Do we need to pave over that? Cause it's like one side is paved and the other side is not.
Talking about on Tower Road?
Yeah, did you see it today?
The pavement's in good shape, it's just where it slumped down, they just run a leveling across it, it should be all right.
It'll be okay. Yeah, I just noticed one side is like paved and the other side.
Yeah, it looks higher, but it's not, they just run a leveling through that.
Oh, okay.
So Michael, is this like the 350,000 we set aside?
Y'all normally budget 350,000. Y'all in the past, y'all been budgeting 350,000 a year, and then we also have, right at 60,000 we'll get from the rebuild Alabama.
Right. Right. And
So,
so,
I was just, we talked about Hughes Avenue a while back. And because we're having so much trouble with it, there's something needs to be done with it. And then, Bernard Street down there, she was promised back when Billy G was on the council. And I think she asked some of the other ones, but now, and then Florida Street, we actually went in there back, before any of y'all got on council and actually widened it out a little bit. But now, they told her then that it would get paid, but it never happened,
Is that near Texaco?
ma'am.
Is it near Texaco?
No, ma'am.
Bernard Street.
Bernard's up there at North End Golf Drive.
Okay. I know, yeah, I know now who you're talking about.
Now, Hilbert Street, you know, that's the one behind Johnson Funeral Home. Right about Mockingbird Park.
Yeah,
Now, actually, on back there, we wouldn't have to do the whole round. We could just start there at Mockingbird Point and do the first section of that dirt road. And we'll, you know, for that's where we do the most work at. It washes out. We could cut back a little bit of money on it by not doing all of it. But, you know, the thing about it, I know that y'all would like to do the street, but these dirt roads have been put off and it's actually a maintenance problem for them. And if we go ahead and pave them now and be done with it, that's what I would do.
Are we gonna have any more once these get done? Oh, you did so and so and so and so.
That's all the streets that we're responsible for, unless y'all adopt more. And actually, y'all, if you're not supposed to, we're not, actually, our ordinance says that we can't adopt the street unless it's paved and curved and good.
So that's all the dirt roads that hadn't been paved, is what you're saying, that we're responsible for.
Yes. That's all the public streets. The only one that would be left would be Railroad Street over here, that the city owns. That will cut through, start going by Cooper Oil.
Yeah.
But that's not don't nobody travel that road. And that road, we don't know if that's a problem with it.
So what about the one over about Central Office? Right in front of Morningstar, right?
That's actually the,
Rosenwald or whatever.
that's actually county and then the rest of it back there is private. So I go right in by the school.
So that front end, but right off the right away of the highway, that would be county.
Yes. That's on county property.
So Mike, when the sidewalk? It's supposed to get on the sidewalk.
Hopefully next month. We're supposed to have a pre-construction meeting toward the end of this month.
So with that, interfere with the Marengo Street for paving that road and doing the sidewalk.
No, the Marengo Street, that's the grant we just applied for. Now, the sidewalk project for 21 is one I'm talking about. We're gonna have a pre-construction meeting on it. It should start first September.
So Marengo is 3.
Yes, sir. Okay, they hadn't, those grants hadn't been approved yet.
Okay.
So instead of paving the street, we would do these 4 dirt roads.
Yes, sir. We fix them like they need to be and pay them.
So it'll be next year before we be able to do any more.
Unless we decide to allocate more funds to
Yeah,
pave
now,
it.
we still haven't missed out on that $250,000 from Rebuild Alabama. We didn't get awarded back the first year, but there's a chance that we could be awarded before this fall. But then again, we turn around and reapply the first of the year for that one.
Is this the less price that they've given in the past year? Because I think I heard you say one time about matching whatever the city got or gives. Rebuild Alabama.
Oh, Rebuild Alabama?
Yeah.
Now, the Rebuild Alabama money is our share of the new gas tax, right at $60,000.
Okay, I thought.
That's where it's coming from.
Okay.
Now, the Rebuild Alabama money we apply for, that's in a totally different part. That's actually the state share
Okay.
that they got, that they give that money out of.
Okay.
And that's where 250,000.
Yeah. Okay.
So either way we go, the total project would be $520,000. And the city usually allocates $350,000. So in order for us to do the whole project, we would have to get either allocate more funds or see if the Rebuild Alabama funds.
Well, now, the $60-something thousand we guarantee, we pretty much guaranteed it, because it comes in, you know, all during the year.
So if you put the two together, that's 410,000
Yeah,
that would go toward this project.
it's paid product, but now we cut back on Hibbert Street over there. Because, you know, actually, we can go down past the last house there. And we stop the pavement right there at that curve, we won't have to do the whole street, you know, the whole road right now. And we can cut back on it and possibly get the cost down to around 400,000.
I think we need to look at allocating more money toward paving and still do some residential paving too. But we'll just have to see how all the money shakes out toward the end of the year.
So, you wanna hold off on approving this or?
Also,
What are you asking us to approve? Just a preliminary?
well, yes, sir, if we want to try to do this project taxing them, we're gonna go ahead and start the preliminary stuff. And get some plans, you know, look at the plans and stuff. But now, what we could do now, if y'all want to, I know Hibbert Street,
Hughes.
yeah, Hughes is a major issue. It's got to be done. And Barnett over there needs to be done because it washes out. But, not Barnett.
But no,
Bernard, it is bad mark, we go over all the time, and, if we could do the small ones and take Gilbert off right now, you'd be looking at right at $300,000. You know, for these others, for these three here, and then if you allocate, $350,000 in capital improvement budget, then we get that other 60, we're gonna get that other 60 from Rebuild, Alabama. So that would give us, almost $100,000 to do some more small streets.
If you take Gilbert Street off of it, my calculations come out to, you looking at, 245, 285,000.
285,000, you'd have over $100,000 to do some other streets.
And on Hughes, you think we'll be okay not having the concrete ditches and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
sir, in that one bottom down there, they had to go back and refigure because I told them that we need to put 2 24-inch pipes under that road right there. And that's gonna catch a lot of that water coming out of the roof.
So, but we want, do you want to look at, approving them to do the preliminary on all of them except this? And see where the money goes, or?
Well, now, you know, they still gonna be some cost in the preliminary. So if y'all wanna wait until we actually do the capital improvement budget, tax, and then we just have to wait till the end and stuff.
There's no rush. That's the one thing, right?
Yeah, you know, they would just have to wait because even if they start doing some preliminary stuff, it's still gonna get cost.
Okay. All right.
You know, if y'all wanna wait till we actually start working on the capital improvement budget.
Okay. All right. Next item on here is the approval of the, business license fee. I think we sent that out, Ms. Hunt, and it will allow us to approve it by a total of what?
It can go to a max of $14,
A maximum of 14. So what's our current fee right now?
$10.
$10? So, and this is based on,
A minimum or maximum?
the consumer price index
If you go
that's
back to
provided to us from the outbound.
Oh, administrative. Okay.
Now, explain to me what we're doing here, because I don't see that one. What part of the business? Just fee part?
It's just the fee for the business license. Right now, we're charging $10 for it. And the state said it can be increased up to $14.
What are we, you say up to, what are we planning to do?
That's up to y'all.
The you don't have to increase it, but they're saying that based on, with the consumer price index, is on that perspective, you could increase it from 10 to 14. Or you can do that number in between.
Everybody getting the blood of everything everywhere. A lot of them sort of cost now to keep the mask on. That may not be an additional thing there to that. I've been for years talking about it, people looking at business license. Again, what we charge someone. And I think it's a discrepancy. Out charge.
How many business licenses a year on average do we issue? Couple hundred or more than that? $500. All right. So you'd be looking at going up $4, so that'd be.
This was the notice that came out on August 1st. And it's from the Alabama Department of Revenue. It says 5-year adjustment to municipal business license issuance fees. Every 5 years, the Alabama Department of Revenue is responsible for establishing and publishing adjustments to municipal business license issuance fees. Based on the U.S. Department of Labor's Producer Price Index, municipal business license issuance fees remain or may be adjusted to a maximum amount of $14 at the discretion of each municipality for the license year beginning January 1st, 2022. So, yeah, the decision basically is, as to whether you want to adjust the license fee or, yeah. It's,
Need to be getting business license.
Well, this one won't go into effect until January 1.
so if no one entertained an increase, what would the increase be, or do you need more information, or how we want to move that?
I mean, are y'all bringing this as a recommendation, or are you just bringing it because the state passed this law?
I think we need to increase it because we have to send out the business license that are out of state ones that's not here. And the postage has been up on it, and we still have to buy it. So,
I know a lot of the surrounding communities are about 12 of them that we buy business licenses in, about 12. 10 may be a little low, but I don't know, it needs to go to 14.
Come back with us on number of how many business like, sure.
All right, the next item on the agenda is when they incubated, we went through and we had the doors replaced. They were non-fire rated, so that saved us, roughly about $1,400. Yeah.
That's right.
And in order for them to be able to come back and open up the diesel mechanic school, we ran into some electrical issues. I think Williams Electric was able to go through and get that corrected so that they could open the school today, and their bill was $1,416.50, which can be paid from the incubator fund. But I think it went $54 over what we had originally approved. So you know, we just need to approve the payment of that electrical work. And it's still going to come out for the incubator fund. We're good with that. And then we'll get to move on. The next item on the agenda is discussion of the UTVs and ATVs and golf carts as it relates to the usage on the city street. And Armstrong was here to talk about some of the issues that we're running into. We have people who are operating these off-road vehicles, they are not street legal. And in a lot of instances, some of them are even, we have reports where they damage the streets off of them.
Streets that over on Week Street, they just, I guess, see the South Bay is there's a house there that there's always a lot of people with that, but they messed up the new Bay Street there, and then when we didn't speak with them, they did something doing. We didn't actually see them on them, but you can tell there before we were in the street, but that's not that fault.
And so if it is not street legal, and street legal means that it has to have all of the functioning, lights and whatever that definition is, in order to be street legal, then it can't be operated on the street. And that would include, UTVs, which is basically side by side, ATVs with the four wheels, and it will also come back and include golf carts. Now, as we go through and discuss this, we do have a golf course. I think it was in the city authority to designate crossings for them at the golf course, so that they would be in compliance with whatever we decide to do. But, you know, there's been no decision, there's no ordinance being put in front of you. We wanted to bring this to your attention, because as we go through and when you take enforcement action, one of the first things that come up, well, you know, you have people riding golf carts and you don't address that. So, you know, we just need to be consistent across the boards and how we deal. I just wanted to put out for your discussion, see what the input will be. Because we have adopted Title 32. Which goes through and addresses off-road vehicles. So. Yeah.
Have we talked to, or checked into what other cities and towns are doing? Certainly somebody's figured this out already. We have checked into, and the one city that has responded so far, has come back from Tuskegee. And I think that there is a provision in there, we can make an exception for, you know, areas like where our golf course is, because our golf course is separated by a street. And, you know, I think we can designate areas in which they can cross the street and we don't have a problem. We could probably have signs made up or something to that effect, identifying these as, you know, as exempt areas. But as far as riding on other streets, I think Orange Beach or Just Tours one approved golf carts, but I think they had to be street legal. We can turn to
They're all does all of them. They turn signal lights, horns, everybody.
Mirrors and all.
Mirrors
yeah.
and all.
that makes it street legal.
That's it. That's all. So, it's all there. All different vehicles.
But, you know, it is becoming an issue. I got copies of 10 complaints that have been made with the police department recently dealing with these ATVs and UTVs. And, you know, and like I say, as you go through and you deal with these people, one of the first things that come up when you don't address the issue with golf carts, you know? I've not had people call me and complain about golf carts. I have had people call me and complain about the UTVs and ATVs. So, you know, I'm just putting out there, trying to get some feedback from the council. You know, as to how you want to see, you know, you try to contact Alden and Gulf Shores and
They don't get the other aspect of it, that's a whole different thing. If you go to that, I mean, those are different steps. The vehicle. Yeah, I mean, people not. Golf cart people, golf, when people not going to do that, and then the expense of the vehicle, probably more expensive than the other golf carts. They have all the profit.
and that's why I was talking about making an exemption for.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But still,
We
the,
can do that.
the people that drive their golf cart from their house to the golf course, they would have to trailer it then. Yeah, if they were outside that district.
Yeah, that's fine then, but you're still gonna have the same problem. The ATV, the four-wheeler, what do you call them, they still gonna do the same. Like I said, I'm not, I mean, it's no been a golf cart issue, and I hate the golf cart, I hate to get funny for the ATVs and stuff.
Mhm.
But that's what we have.
Yeah, we gotta
I've
do
met
it.
someone wanting to drive, seriously fly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, want to work, with no hints on, and then sometimes we'll be riding on the back and on, but.
The other thing I'd like to see us do is make an exemption during a parade proceeding. But at the end of the parade, require them to trailer that device to get it out. And in other words, they can't drive the device home after the parade, so.
Steve, you got any comments?
They trailer them back out, that's fine, I probably need to raise the speed, they go to shoot the stars.
Right.
Yeah, like when we end at the end.
Mhm.
I'm just trailer them out, I'm mine. Our biggest problem is gonna be, you know, the roads back on that.
We don't have, somebody gonna get hurt one day and it's gonna be. They were gonna try to react to it. That's what we did in, I remember when I was raised, so, we had, this one, was pretty bad, but they, make sure, yeah, we should. That's how we control it like that. You gotta have, what do you control it, even if it's dark.
Well, the police department has been enforced. Especially on the ATVs and UTVs that we can get the complaints on. And like I say, that's where the issue comes back up, is that, well, you know, you don't enforce people who, don't have street legal jobs.
Mhm.
So, you know, we do not have an ordinance or anything with that nature prepared at this time. But if, I will go back and get, like I said, the only response we had was from, Judge Peters, but I will contact the mayors in these other cities and see if I can get their information.
You've already reached out to
and provide it
clerks.
to them.
You reached out to the clerks, so. Mhm.
But we don't have enough information to do an ordinance, to have ordinance to do that.
And I think we'd be wise to get some, to maybe do a public hearing and have some input from people on their thoughts on it too, before we adopt something.
Meantime, do we continue at a revision?
If they have a food room, oh.
But they're not having food in front of us, you know, once we address it with them, then they make it clear when they all get with the buddies, and they have like 7 or 8 more that come with them when we address it again, because we have our own.
But it's against the law to ride on the street, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm asking for you all, your support.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, there's no need for them to be out riding those things on highways and stuff. They have, a lot of them don't have helmets.
That's the problem that we have. There was difference in the golf cart riding on the road that's not legal, then we have the ATV and the motor riding on the. And that's the issue that we're dealing with. And some of the golf carts now ride as fast as,
Some of it's pretty stupid, yeah.
and you have every now and then a golf cart that we get points on, but it's nothing like. ATV. I mean, that over there on Week Street, what they do that, right?
Do you have a recommendation for what we do currently,
We've been towing them. If we catch
Okay.
them, they give us trouble.
regardless if it's a,
When you gotta stop moving it all running. Going to your yard and going to whatever.
I feel like if you get a complaint on, oh, we don't, so, that's how
All of them.
it don't matter, if you get a complaint on. I mean, if the car, I mean, like, if the car just going, whatever. They not acting a fool, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, these guys on these four wheelers, they act a pretty, they talk about how black. In the dark, no light, some of them have light on. So they need to be told.
So, in the meantime, we gather information that we need to address it with an amendment to the ordinance, wherever we will have that.
so you're thinking the only thing needs to be clarified is the golf cart side of it, around the golf course.
Yeah, I think so, you know, if we need to, we'll have some hearing on it, you know, we'll have further hearing, but, you know, I just want to go through the next three sections. That's the whole purpose behind it. And if we need to, adopt an ordinance, you know, that says, okay, this is a designated area where you can operate a golf cart, and doesn't have all this other stuff on it, then that's fine with me. But, you know, that means it's going to be down there in the area of the golf course.
Right.
That's not for the entire city. That's for, the next item that will be coming up is the current job reevaluation of Wesley in that fall. And Wesley is completing the fire academy, correct, Chief? Police
Police
department.
academy.
Okay, and he will, graduate on Wednesday,
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, so that would be effective.
Is that the first day back?
Okay. And, then we have approval for the quote for the trash truck, which I think is sold up to
$11,600.
$93.
and 40 cents.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the injectors went bad, and just to replace that one injector is gonna be right at $5,000, and I've been told we might well go ahead and replace all six of them. So we're going, in a month or two, we could be spending another $5,000, $10,000. So go ahead and do all of them right now, it's only gonna be $11,693.40.
Right,
Any other work, it needs to be done at this time, with logo when you're in there.
No, because you know, a while back, we had to put all that money in the, turbo, for new turbos and coolers and all on.
It's a lot better than buying little $80,000.
Yeah, that's good.
the fact that y'all identify funds that this come from and this approved.
Pavement sidewalk.
I'm looking to see where, it was moved from, for the fuel of oil that we budgeted that 100,000. I seen that it was moved, I just need to identify the funds, so you can take it out of there if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna give us some work. Buy it, drive it, well.
If not, on the other fund, you can contingency fund.
As far as I can tell, you know, I'm still encouraging all our departments to be as conservative as they can, but their prices are all, so it should be on the basis of. Then I will have a resolution, to set a public hearing for leaves and debris abatement that will come up. That's what we do. with that. And. We had moved that. We're gonna do that. What day? Yeah, well, we would set the date for the public hearing this week. And then it could come up on the 16th. Not 16th, I'm sorry, September.
Yeah, it has to be 30 days, so it's in September.
Okay. So that'd be, if it's 30 days, that's probably September, September 16th. I would imagine. Which is good, our next,
It's on the.
the second council meeting in September.
Yep.
I don't have the date
So
on
the
that.
30th of August is Tuesday, so it's actually, those meetings will be late.
Okay.
You said it had to be September. Because the meeting is before the 16th, on the 15th. No, I mean.
One thing I want to go back to, are y'all considering the adjustment business license from 10 to 12
What was the question?
we're gonna consider adjusting the business license from 10 to $12 or?
That's what you're asking, today. I'd like to, I mean, business, we have that actually good license, but they could probably have a problem. Reasonable.
Okay. All right, so we need to table that until,
I think I can make a difference in 2 weeks.
We could get Melanie to go get that number if we need to.
and when it comes down to the paving of dirt roads, we're gonna table that until next month, maybe we get.
I think the idea we brought about taking away the field line, we have a capital improvement, people have money saying that. Again, there's another item, it's not rush item, it's not urgency. But it is, we need to probably definitely look at it, you need to look at it. I take the signal. And the street, we get a little level of confidence on the resurface, and now we wipe that out for you.
Just like a note on here, so. You know, you bring out any kind of. Okay, I think that is pretty much everything. That was the, vendor read the time. We got a flash for his family. I was gonna do that after the public hearing and before we went down. All right, that being the Councilman Bruton. Councilman Jones.
Mr. Black, did we get any smoke alarms from the Red Cross? Smoke alarms, did they give you any? They did, oh, okay.
But we got something back college a couple years ago, that we still have.
Yeah, the lady was wondering, did we get him? So she can come maybe and get two, can she come and get two from you? If you have.
Well, if there's in the city limit, we can go and install, that be installed for the code. And, then we install the form, they sign off, they accept it on the big road, and it's free for them.
Oh, okay. It's fine.
Yeah, I got some of them playing up, couple meetings where we talked about it. Move the house. And I looked at it and I got to make it to look at into, on that mass mandate, it's not too many people that were, when you pass our ordinance, there wasn't that many people. In that time from April to July, that they didn't have a choice because of it was the state overruled our the state of order at that time. So those people had, I think they due to pay out mandate, so I would like to see that go back on the agenda. The next company, for the people still, so the people. If they ask for this, if they call and ask, I think we should, consider it. If they don't worry about it. If y'all mind, I just want y'all to think that.
So what you're saying is that for these people that happened during that time frame, that we do not consider that move as their first request.
Right.
Okay. And so then, their, whatever the date that they came back and we moved it to would have been their initial request. And then if they request to move that,
Yeah, that'd be the first one.
that'd be the first, that'd be the first.
Because the policy we have in place now didn't coincide during that time, because at that time, the state mandated that nobody could have any gatherings over 10. So, in actuality, that's not their first move. They were forced to move.
I just want y'all to think about, I looked it up, and how many, that's that block. And several may not call. If we find out, that's what we. But anyway.
Yeah, we need to contact them if they don't think
I mean,
that, because it wouldn't be fair.
I mean, he's
We
been,
need to do the 7th. If that's how many it is.
Maybe.
Who's on the thing, and that doesn't make a difference, because the time frame.
like I said, it's the time frame that, with the new policy that we had, it wasn't even set, it wasn't even placed. So when the governor came down and made the state mandate that, we weren't going to school or anything, so they couldn't have anything. So when they moved it to their next date, this would be their actually first official move, which they were questioning for. So if you're gonna do it fair, then
You need to do them all.
you have to, not necessarily do them all, but if they don't fall within the time frame of this particular one, then, I mean, that's it. And that's being fair. I don't know if you want to see this. Still.
I think it'd be hard to explain in the future, the difference between the two and all. I don't know.
I mean, but when the governor, when the state mandates something, it doesn't matter what local government says, you have to do what the state says. I mean,
I think you get a couple calls, but I don't think you get, I don't think you get a call. I would word it.
Yeah, to get rid of it.
but at the same time, fair.
Yeah.
But we need.
I
we need
understand
to
it.
do them all.
I'm all I'm doing is saying, we shouldn't go with it with assumption that we may get by with somebody.
No, we need to do them all, so it wouldn't be fair.
But do all of them, the same question will be, do all of them apply to the same thing? And some of these actually go ahead and do their event, the ones you have here.
None of these events, most of them was council.
Okay. And they ever do them at all at any time.
So the only thing that comes up then is that the question comes up that the security deposit would be refunded.
Do they get security deposits refunded on any of those?
But the majority of them don't pay their security deposit because they gotta be paid a week before the event. So they just didn't even bother by paying the security deposit.
So, okay, so
Yeah, if they had paid the security deposit, we could have refunded the security deposit back.
Right. So we have some money or some of these for either the half amount for the rental.
Mhm.
So are you saying then the according to the policy then that they would have a choice or send another date because you don't refund the half amount?
Right. That's what they were trying to do.
So we don't refund the half amount, you don't penalize you if you request another date.
Right.
Now, if that's the case, I don't have.
Yeah, so if this time, if they,
But if they
change
want,
the end,
if they
then they
have
can.
opportunity to reschedule something, then fine.
right,
So that, I don't, that's, again, that's. We're contradicting ourselves if we do
Do it any other way.
Like anything past that timeline where it was shut down. Then I guess the new policy is carried. But anything prior to that, you know, you can't really judge the policy on something that happened before you put it in.
Anything? Michael? No. Ms. Bruce? Yeah, what the witches ride and Halloween will take place. Yeah, that will take place on that Monday, which is the,
Halloween is the 31st, which is a Monday evening.
right,
If we wanted to combine it, then Saturday would be a better option. Because that way we could do all of it all on one day. And only, I think Auburn's the only playing that Saturday day. So I think it wouldn't interfere. I know that the police chief is concerned that people will still trick or treat on a Monday anyway. But I think if you did the official Halloween, celebration holiday for on Saturday, I think that would work. That's my recommendation to you all, but I just need to know that I gotta get paperwork out to everybody to start working on it.
Separate the Sunday day of changing it from them, I think we ought to, whatever the holiday is, do it. I mean, you're going, next year on Tuesday, you're gonna make it on Saturday too, and I mean, if Halloween is on that day, that's normal trick or treat day, except when
So do you want to start or not? So there's no way to do both in one night. I guess is the question.
Yeah. I mean, that's, everybody's on trick or treat. Random trick or treat.
for y'all. What you thought?
So do you want to have the bash on that Saturday and we trick or treat on that Monday?
I think what he's recommending, Melvin, is to have the Halloween bash on the day of Halloween, which would be Monday the 31st.
So they would do the bash and trick or treat on that same day.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the witch's rod.
That's the.
If you wanna, if we add to it, then it would have to go to a Saturday if you wanna combine it. But if you wanna keep it separate, then the only way to do it would be to do it on a Saturday and then keep the Halloween bash date on the 31st, whichever day it occurs on except for Sunday. And then we would refer back to Saturday as well.
I would think that would probably be more.
That's
But
what
that's
I,
not, that's not gonna be a whole town event, it's that thing, there'll be people involved, I'm quite sure, but it's not gonna be.
I just needed to know your feelings on that because I gotta get the info out.
And then you also be bringing in all your police and fire and everybody that on a Saturday, well, it's where the long work day.
Yeah, that was the concern we had during the meeting we had on Monday, but I just don't think it would require the same amount as it would on the Halloween patch.
Police department can handle the witches ride, it should have worked. If we have it on 2 different nights, whether we put out something on PSA for Halloween or not, people are still gonna trick or treat for Halloween.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have everybody out. The
But-
night of the bash and the night of the trick or treat, or the Saturday and Monday,
Yeah.
either way, whether it's a city event on Monday or not. So for us, it's gonna be a big hit to everybody. And we could just use the people that are here the day of the witches ride, and then everybody come out like we traditionally do.
I mean, the bash is basically for the street, in my opinion. We have on, what we do around the square. So, yes.
I think on that part, I agree with the chief on that. You'd be stretched trying to do it the other way.
So. What are we saying, we gonna do witches ride on Saturday?
Saturday.
If you want the witches ride, we'll do it on Saturday and then do what we're doing, we'll do it on Monday.
Okay,
That's being good, because we're normally starting to walk around the square at this point and giving dates out and stuff to get everybody ready. So I just wanted to,
It's here.
yeah.
It's here.
It's here now, that's why I'm trying to get up to all.
okay. All right, the time? Okay, Steve Black,
Just, I talked to you yesterday about if we could run to replace firefighters by the time we went through the advertisement, everything would be approaching October first. So we got one position open, drawn out to do that.
all right. Steve Armstrong, okay, okay. All right. Yep, that's it. Time is 4:50. And. Think we have a public hearing today? Okay. I would like to, call the public hearing to order, beginning with the invocation by, Pastor Terry Johnson.
Heavenly Father, once again, we come under before your throne of mercy and grace. We come, Heavenly Father, asking if you will endow our youth and this council with knowledge and wisdom to do what's best for the citizens of Monroeville. And Lord, we'll be careful to give you all the praise, the glory, the honor, and in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
we and degree abatement. Do we have some that comply?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
That's something that's not.
and the ones that have not. And so, do we have any public comment? Okay, does not, I need a motion to approve the abatement request as identified on exhibit A from 1 to 9 plus.
Right.
Do I have that motion?
I don't know.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor? Okay. All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn the,
Public hearing.
yeah, do I have a motion to adjourn the public hearing? Okay. All right, and now I got on here is the next time would be. Second, okay, yeah, I need a second to adjourn the public hearing, okay, all in favor? Okay. All right. Now, I have another item on here that says approve of denied Williams Green statement,
Approve of what?
that's number 5.
Your resolution?
That's a G. Some of us here comes from one day, between now and 7 o'clock.
That's the resolution, last thing I saw.
Yeah, that's for setting the public hearing.
Okay,
That's item G on the agenda.
right, that I am being on the agenda, so we.
That's
Okay,
the item for action. Yeah.
okay, all right. Okay. All right. Before we get into the, regular meeting, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the Reed family. Michael, you come forward.
You wait on Woody just a few minutes. How long is it? He's on the way now. He's waiting on the. I'm hoping you go to change. I have seen that. I'm gonna be out there at 10:30 before everything. Yeah, everything, when we open up here.
It was, 20, probably back in 2016.
We did a lot more on that one than I was. I didn't meet all of them, I found them all.
She was mad about that thing. She gonna look at my name. I didn't want to get you.
Yeah, come back. Would it take long to figure out how many businesses? I think that would help pass it quicker.
Now look, if I get you, I'm well, I'm gonna smile.
Okay.
Yeah, we would, we sell it at home.
It's good. I think
If you want white. I like to go and talk to you. Telling that Brian, I'd rather him beat. On that.
Afternoon, everyone. I consider this an honor because every employee of the city of Monroeville is very important to us and just like family. When one of us hurt, we all hurt. And I know that Lindy was a dedicated employee. We are very appreciative of his service, and more importantly, we're appreciative of your family that supported him during this kind of service. So taking all that into consideration, we just would like to present to you this small token of our appreciation. And it reads, presented to the family of Lindsay Albert Reed Jr. in recognition and appreciation of your service and dedication to the city of Monroeville for 15 years, the city of Monroeville Public Works Department.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. At this time, we'd like to proceed with the items for action on the agenda. And the first item for action that came up had been for approval of our property proposal. Councilman Thomas.
Okay.
Yes, Councilman.
Next council meeting, September 6th.
Councilman Thomas has moved for a public hearing considering the apartment property proposal. Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now to set the date would be the next council meeting, which is September
6th.
6th.
At what time?
What group? What date on? Okay, I mean, 4:45. Well, we said at 4:30. Okay. Set at 4:30. Okay.
Last part of here.
Tell me.
Okay, the next item on the agenda has been approval for paving of dirt roads, which is tabled until we, get the capital improvement budget in place. And the next item on the agenda, item C, was approval of adjustment of business license fee, and, that would be tabled, provide,
Well, we do have some more information that the clerk had gathered on that.
okay.
If we want to consider handling this, in the past year, I believe you said there were 1,841 licenses issued. So a $2 increase would amount to about $3,682 to go towards covering postage and such needs. A $4 increase would be twice that. So I would be in favor, or I would be willing to make a motion for a $2 increase, because I feel like that's fair and consistent with what the surrounding cities are doing. So,
If you're going to increase it, it has to increase with an ordinance, so you would have to suspend the rule and then increase it.
Okay.
And I'll finish that, so y'all can look at it.
do we need to have any more discussion, or are we ready to suspend the rules?
Do I have a motion to suspend the rules? I make a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay. Do I have a motion to increase the business license fee from $10 to $12 and effective January 2023?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second? Okay, any discussion? There being none, all in favor? Motion carries. Okay, next item on the agenda would be approval of the quote from Wiggins Electric for, I think it was, you have on here $1,400, is that accurate?
No, I put the invoice in your,
14, 16, 15.
$1,416.50. Which would be paid from incubator funds. Do I have a motion to approve the work for Wiggins Electric at $1,416.50? Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, do I have a motion for the approval of Wesley McFall, who is graduating from the police academy, to come from a non-certified program at $15.18 an hour to a certified program at $17.54 per hour? Do I have a motion approving that?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Any discussion? There being none, all in favor? Next item on the agenda is approval of the quote for a trash truck from Monroeville diesel repair for $11,693.40. Do I have a motion for the approval of the trash truck repair?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay. Next item that I have on the agenda is resolution 2022-8-002, and that is to set a public hearing for weed and debris abatement. Do I have a motion to set the hearing for what date we need set on this?
September 20th, I think it's in the, resolution. It's September 20th at 4:55.
September 20th at 4:55, and we have the attached properties attached to it. So do I have a motion to approve resolution 2022-08-002 for public hearing for weed debris abatement?
So moved.
Okay, do I have a second? Any discussion? Okay, there being none, all in favor? Okay. Matters to be presented by the mayor and council. I think the one issue to come up, we had discussion was setting the dates for the Witches Ride and for the Halloween Bash. The Witches Ride will be on Saturday, October 29th. And the Halloween bash will be on Monday, October 31st. So do I have a motion setting the dates for the Witches Ride and the Halloween bash?
Absolutely.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? There being none, all in favor? Okay. See if there's. Okay, I think that's all I have. I have a note here, Tim, about repairing the threshold at the chamber.
We don't have a back from.
You don't have the price on it yet? Okay,
Where you said what was it for the UTVs and UTVs that y'all was talking about?
We're gonna do some more research on different things before we go off that.
okay, the only other note I had down here, was the tractor show at Veterans Park, setting the date for it, September 10th.
Yes, and then we have, Sunflower and Sunset Cookie Music Festival this coming, Saturday, August 27th from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
All right. Next up.
Yes.
All right, that's pretty much all that I have. Councilman Bruton,
I don't have anything there.
Councilman.
The neighborhood watch meeting will be Thursday at 4:30. So you can be here.
And looking back at, I know tomorrow, I think I'll be the first. Councilman Wood, Councilman Thomas, Councilman Polk.
We had it for, progress on signage.
Oh, yes, I got Dale.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. So you put, when you put them up, you know. But.
Oh, there is one other thing. I need a motion for the approval of the hiring of a firefighter to fill a vacant position at the fire department. To advertise. Okay, do I have a second?
Okay.
Okay, all in favor? All right. Okay, Chief Black, anything? Okay. Ms. Bruton, anything else? Okay,
So now, August 27th.
August 27th. I will not be performing.
Oh,
Ms. Agnes,
No, sir.
Steve? Okay. Ms. Hunt?
No, sir.
Okay. Again, congratulations, Ms. Smith. Okay, there being no further business for the city council of city of Monroeville, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion to adjourn this meeting and the next thing.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
13, do I have a real kid?
He wouldn't do it.
Are you going to get?
School on.
What's that? Hey, what? That's what they were just saying. 13. Think the mayor's hungry or something.
Yeah.